Go to Jack.
Hey, coach, you guys played really aggressive defense, it seems, in the first half, and then let up 43 points in the second half. What changed? When,
I lost you for a second. Can you finish the statement?
oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying, you guys seem to play really aggressive defense in the first half. Second half, Syracuse kind of caught on fire shooting. You guys let up 43 points. What changed? What happened?
Well, I mean, it's a couple things. One is we had 16 turnovers, so it's hard to guard a live ball turnover. They had 21 points off our turnovers, so they were able to get out and get some easy baskets. We were guarding well in the half court, but I think them getting some easy baskets allowed them to get, some rhythm. Um, that was one thing. Number two, we took the lead with, I don't know, 8 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go on Devin McLaughlin's three. And then Taylor, you know, kind of a rotation guy, made two threes. After that, Benny Williams, a guy who hadn't shot it well during the year, he made a three. So we weren't able to clamp down and continue to get the stops. But some of that, you got to give them credit. They made the shot. They made a couple tough shots. Um, and then Mets, really just lived in the paint. And that was something that we wanted to take away from him. So our details and our discipline in the second half needed to be better. So we got to watch the film, figure out how we can continue to make those improvements.
Kevin.
Hey, coach. You guys just had 10 days off in between games, and I know you practice and stuff like that, but to ramp it back up and get into ACC play, how hard is it that first game back?
I mean, I felt good. I thought the guys felt good. Um, you know, I didn't think it was a major issue. Um, I thought our guys felt good. I thought we practiced well. For the most part, we played a good game. It just they made some big shots in the middle of the second half. We had some bad decisions with the ball that we turned it over, and they capitalized. So I didn't think having a time off was a major issue.
Dan.
Coach, in terms of the matchup, I know the Virginia Tech going into that game, it just seemed like Virginia Tech style-wise was just a really good matchup. Syracuse has always kind of been one of those half-court style teams. Was that something that going into this, even when you got down, that this was just a good matchup for your style to be able to make that comeback and once things started going, even though they started hitting some of those shots in transition?
No, I just thought we played well. We had a segment. Again, we took the lead. I guess it was 9 minutes, 10 minutes. We took the lead, and all it was we were taking care of the ball, and we wasn't giving them anything easy out in transition. So they went against our half court defense, and we did a really good job on Gerard in that stretch, limiting threes. We didn't maintain that. We didn't maintain that in the last 7 minutes. But then again, tip your hat to them. The ball went in, they made the shot, and a few of them were tough ones. So you got to just give them credit. But I think more the thing that's discouraging is, not being able to guard the bounce. I thought Judah Mintz got underneath us a few times, got into the paint for fouls. We knew he was a big-time driver, but we just didn't defend well enough. 79 points is a lot to try to win on the road.
Jack.
Quinton Post, made his return today. What'd you see from him? Were you happy with it? He had 8 points.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to have him back. I mean, I thought it'd be hard for him. He hadn't played a game all year. So this is game 14. It's the first game back. To try to expect him to come in and really help us is not a smart thing. It was we wanted to get him in the game and get him going and let him find some rhythm. I thought he did a good job. He said he felt great. Um, but it's really hard when you've been out since October. His last time he played a game was against Harvard, and that was in October. So that's challenging, but happy to have him back. I thought he did some good things.
Dan.
Coach, kind of as he gets healthier and more game ready, how difficult is it just to figure, how you're going to sub into the rotation? Because obviously you've had guys who've been working together for a couple of months and they've learned how to play together, and now you have a guy who's clearly been one of your starters come back and is now able to get himself back up into shape. So how as a coach do you kind of balance that and start to rotate him in to get the chemistry with some of the newer guys and the younger guys?
Yeah, it was pretty awkward. You know, pretty awkward not having them, not putting them in the game, and having a rotation of TJ and Devin and CJ Pena. You know, for the most part, that was a rotation because Prince Alibe was out for 8-9 games. So just playing, you know, depending on just those three guys and having a small rotation, it felt it was a little difficult today. Trying to get them guys in the game and trying to find a lineup that had good rhythm. And I felt like at times we subbed a little bit too much, you know. So we got to figure that out. Figure out, you know, what's the best combinations, how many guys we can play, and then just make that adjustment.
Jack,
Kind of building off of Dan's question, with the roster becoming more healthy, could you see yourself, you know, cutting down the rotation a little bit more, playing 7 or 8 guys instead of the 10 like you played today?
Maybe. Or I could, you know, maybe some other guys' minutes will shrink back and we can move some different guys around, you know. Whether one guy might play who's playing all 4, maybe he can play some 3, you know, things of that nature. And maybe a guy who had been playing all 5, he might have to play some 5 and 4. So those things we got to figure out. Again, that's why it's a season. We got time to figure it out. But, you know, just happy that QP had a chance to get back out. He was a very important guy going into the season. And hopefully he can build on what he did today.